funny thing is like, why are you bombing Gaza indiscriminately and destroying everything when you claim Hamas has tunnels? That doesn't make sense.
Oh, they're just killing kids. It's like,
yeah.
They bomb a school. Let's say there is one terrorist in there. You kill 200 kids. It's, whatever. We're just going to bomb it. Like even those babies they were showing, I'm pretty sure even their father said that it was Israel probably killed them in a Hannibal directive. And then there was that a couple days ago. It was just like everywhere. The entire Twitter was just like, these babies they killed. These babies they killed. This monster. And it's terrible to kidnap babies. I'm not going to justify Hamas kidnapping babies.
Yep.
It should have. I understand why they maybe kidnap other people to trade. But there was a Hannibal directive that killed him.
Yep. And Yoav Gallant came out officially and said it a couple of weeks ago that the Hannibal directive was absolutely activated on October 7th. So
people that don't know that Israel has this, most people listening probably will, but they have this thing where people are getting taken, they bomb and kill their own civilians.
Yes, and the reason for that, for those that are listening in or watching this, the reason why they do that is because what ends up happening when these Palestinian militia groups, whether it's Hamas or any of these groups, when they kidnap Israelis, it creates a political nightmare for them because
they want to trade their hostages, because Israel has thousands and thousands of hostages held,
and they know that for every one Israeli that they get back, they're going to have to probably give like 100 Palestinians. So it creates an asymmetrical trade where they end up feeling like they're getting gypped. But the reality is they have way more prisoners. There was a guy, I think Gilad Shalit, or I forget the name, but I don't know. You could put it maybe. But one of the things when you edit this, you could put his picture up here. But he was an IDF soldier that was kidnapped in like 2006 or something like that, and they ended up trading 1,000 Palestinian prisoners to get him back. So trades like that is why the Hannibal directive exists, because it creates a political dilemma and nightmare for them. Because now they have to fake it like they care about these hostages. We got to go in there and get them.
But they don't.
But they really don't, dude.
Yeah, they were offering to give them back earlier for a trade, but Netanyahu just wanted to demolish.
Like October 10th. He was like, we'll give them back. Just don't invade Gaza.
Massive riots and protests all over Israel because people have family that was kidnapped and we want our family back, telling Netanyahu that, not Hamas, because they're willing to give them back, but Netanyahu wouldn't make a deal. He wanted just to level it.
Yeah. For those that don't know, like a lot of people don't know this, but it was reported in Israeli news that right around October 10th or so, a couple of days after the attack, Hamas was willing to turn over all the hostages back in exchange for them not invading Gaza and bombing it. And Israel said no. And I know some Israelis might be watching this like, oh, well, Myron, they kidnapped them and killed people. What do you think? Like, of course they're not going to do that. But, Israel has the capability of doing stealth operations. They have the capability of doing targeted attacks. They've done it before. They literally did a 10-year-long operation where they had explosives and pagers. You're telling me that they couldn't go ahead and take out Ismail Haniyeh and Yahya Sinwar and all these other guys methodically through, tactical operations? They can do it. But I think the whole strategy from the get-go was they came up with this narrative of 40 beheaded babies, 40 burned babies, the mass rapes, etc., which were all debunked later on. Yep. They came up with this stuff. They said that 2,000 people were dead, not knowing that in reality we ended up finding out that it was only 1,200 dead. Then we find out on top of that, 400 of them that were killed were IDF combatants. Yeah, so that's legit, unfortunately.
And Israeli killed a lot of them.
And then the Hannibal directive killed a bunch more. So we go from 2,000 down to 1,200. Then we find out 400 of them were IDF, so enemy combatants. Yep. That's war. Goes down to 800, and then we find out that the Hannibal directive killed hundreds. So how many did Hamas really kill? Now again, killing anybody is horrible, but the way that Israel, pushed out the propaganda and tried to make it like Hamas did everything, like it wasn't the Israelis killing them, because we got the fucking videos from the Apache helicopters, and we know we got the videos from the kibbutz of the tanks shooting into the kibbutz.
The cars too are just demolished from the top. There's
no
way
Hamas doesn't have that.
Yeah, they don't equipment.
They got fucking World War II weaponry, bullshit World War II weaponry. But this was, and then the longer things have been going on, the more I'm realizing this was all justification to wage a war on all of their enemies in the axis of resistance. They used it to go after Hezbollah. They used it to go after Syria. They used it to go after the Houthis. And they've pretty much done what they needed to do. Every single country in the axis of resistance now is destabilized. They ran Bashar al-Assad out of there. Yep. They destroyed Syria's military capability when Sholani took over. Lebanon has been significantly weakened, and they killed Nasser Nasrallah. They killed Ismail Haniyeh and Yahya Sinwar, the heads of Hamas. So if they've pretty much done what they needed to do as far as like destabilizing the region, that's why they're fucking with a hardcore boner right now, wanting to go after Iran, because they look at it like
they're pushing it. They take out Iran. That's the final enemy.
That's the final one, and they've never been in a position like this where Iran is so vulnerable. So they're pushing super hard.
Russia's weakened because that's part of the reason we're in the war with Russia, probably, or the war with Ukraine and Russia, because that's weakened Russia, who is the allies with Iran. So that's probably intentional as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. Israel and ISIS were allies. They worked together. They treated their hostages. You can look.
Israel created ISIS.
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah,
Israel,
though, they're allies. And
Israel and the CIA.
And yeah.
Stay tuned. I talked with a guy yesterday. I'm going to do a pod with him, but all I'm going to say is he was on the high side, and he was training these fucking rebels.
No, I 100% believe it. And yeah, and America's involved too. So
it was created by ISIS was created by the West, man. Like I'm 100%. I've done research on this, and I was like a little skeptical, but I spoke to a guy that was literally special ops. He trained these motherfuckers.
Off topic, real quick. I just remembered I just interviewed that Corey Hughes from JFK. You introduced me.
Oh yeah.
So thanks for the introduction.
Yeah. He's an encyclopedia, right?
Oh man, that guy is he has so much information. I'm like, all right, we got to dumb it down a little bit.
Yeah.
He's used to like these 6-7 hour presentations, but wow, that guy was good.
Yeah, he's very good. Probably
I just remember that you're the one that introduced me.
Him and Ryan Dawson are like the best JFK researchers by far.
Ryan Dawson is great too.
Yep.
He can be difficult with people, but man, his research is good. I've never had any problems with him. But
yeah,
I know.
I had him on recently. We buried that.
You guys, it's good because sometimes it's better because he can be difficult, but man, his research is so good.
It's good.
Doing it for so long.
Because I looked at it like the truth is more important. So
it's good. I'm glad you're able to.
Yeah, got to be able to do it, man. But yeah, it was all propaganda with October 7th, man. Like they lied so much about it, but then you find out that it was all justification to level Gaza and take it over and get the Palestinians out of there. That's what they want. And that's going to be a tourist heaven because they're going to turn it into a smart city and it's going to be fucking crazy and they're going to make a bunch of money because I think in the Middle East what they saw was they saw the success of Dubai. Saudi Arabia's like, damn, they're making a lot of money. Saudi Arabia started restricting their alcohol laws. They started loosening it up a bit, and then they started bringing in boxers, UFC, bring people in for more entertainment.
A lot of money out there.
And then Gaza.
They're overpaying to bring people out there just to try to. They can lose money on the fights just to popularize Saudi Arabia. Like
yes.
Paying UFC, I don't know exact numbers, but good money to come.
Dubai has basically set a precedent in the Middle East that they can make money off Westerners and expatriates. So now Saudi Arabia is trying to follow suit, and I think Gaza is going to be the next one.
Also, methylene blue has been used for over 100 years for medical purposes and recently surged back into popularity. It has been shown to help repair brain tissue and improve memory, cognitive function, energy, and mood. Research suggests that methylene blue could have neuroprotective effects, possibly aiding in conditions like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and depression. Go to MerakiMedicinal.com and use the promo code FIGHTBACK for a discount. There's billions and billions of dollars of gas resources right off Gaza, and that supposedly by the international law belongs to Gaza, so Israel couldn't take it. And a lot of people, I don't know the details behind it, but it's multi-billions, and that gives them that too. Plus, there's the canal they build right there.
Well, yeah, I mean, to this day, Israel gets about 80% of its oil from Iraq, and they want Iraq gone. Why? Because Saddam Hussein was a big threat for them. He had one of the biggest militaries. He was sending missiles over there. And since 2002, well, in the clean break memo, that was like their top priority. Yep. In 96, we need Saddam out of here because he was a big threat for them.
Before 9/11, it was planned out, all these wars, all the wars. I think there was, 7 wars, and we fought 6 of them already. Iran's the last one that's not been on there.
Yep. And
it was mostly Jewish people that planned this out.
Yep. Worms are Fife and Pearl. Did I say Pearl? Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know the names.
Douglas Pearl.
I know the memo and what it includes. And
yep. It was like a think tank, and they wrote it. And it's weird because you're government employees writing a paper for a foreign.
Yeah, to go to 7 wars.
It makes no
Israel,
sense.
It's insane. And then, people say, the Iraq war was for oil. We didn't take any of the oil.
No,
Israel got cheaper oil.
Israel got it.
If we took the oil, I still wouldn't approve of the war, but you could be like, well, at least we got cheap oil.
Yep.
Or if we were going to take land, maybe we take some of Mexico so we can have some beachfront properties instead of take land for Gaza to give it to Israel. It's just unheard of.
Israel basically partnered up with the Kurds who hated Saddam Hussein, and now the Kurds sell them their oil that they get at a discount. So yeah, dude, the oil was absolutely for Israel. Everything was for Israel. Saddam had nothing to do with 9/11. We know that now. People are just now starting to wake up and realize like there was no weapons of mass destruction. He had no links to Osama bin Laden or Al Qaeda. They hated each other. Actually, if anything, Osama wanted to actually fight Saddam Hussein when he invaded Kuwait. Because he was threatening Saudi Arabia.
A lot of people, they don't understand there's like 2 different types of Muslims that are at war with each other. And they're like, these guys work together. It shows how stupid the American public are.
Yeah.
They just went along. I think most Americans at the time thought Saddam Hussein had something to do with 9/11.
Yeah.
Good chance Osama bin Laden didn't either. He denied it.
Yeah.